Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry. We're just kind of keeping you posted on what we have going on in the Valley News Live newsroom as of this morning. Believe it or not, a lot of things have come in since the morning hours. No press conference to bring you today. I'm not sure what the reaction to that will be, whether that'll be a positive or negative one, but I don't have a press conference to throw to today. We're just going to talk about what we have coming up tonight on our shows, Valley News Live, all throughout the day. Be sure to stay tuned. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at what our weather team is working on today. Obviously, it's started off as a beautiful, arguably too hot day. And by arguably, I'm going to go ahead and say it. This might be controversial to some people. It was too hot when I walked out the door this morning. I shouldn't walk outside and be sweaty, but here we are. Of course, that's not going to be the weather story for the entire day. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our weather tab on our website. This is valleynewslive.com. We're going to pop over to the weather tab right now, see what they've been working on. Lisa Green, of course, keeping us updated on what can happen between Thursday night and Friday. That's tonight into tomorrow. Moisture and unstable air across our region. That's what we love to hear. A cold front is then set to cut through the unstable atmosphere, expected to initiate strong and severe storms, severe thunderstorms expected now Thursday night into early Friday, and then another round Friday afternoon and evening. That's all according to Lisa Green there. She's got us covered. This is what it looks like outside right now. It says 83, but it feels like 88. And I was going to say that there's no way it's only 83 degrees. Let's take a look down here and see when they say that this storm timing looks like. It looks like isolated thunderstorms according to our Valley News Live weather team in the Fargo area starting at around 10 p.m. So like Lisa said, overnight and into tomorrow, and then another round tomorrow afternoon. Plenty to watch out for there, and I'm sure we're all excited for another round of storms. It's been a very interesting start of the summer. Now, there was a little bit of concern this morning in the Valley News Live newsroom when we saw how low a plane was flying on one of our sky cams this morning. We're going to go ahead and pull that up. Again, this was this morning. You can see the First Alert Weather Day graphic up in the corner there. Our weather team caught this morning. You can see how low this plane's going. Fret not, this is all a part of the mosquito spraying efforts from Vector Control. They're outperforming survey flights ahead of the mosquito spraying scheduled for tonight. So if you had any concerns about low flying planes, don't worry. Again, this is the shot from our sky cam this morning. Quite the eventful morning, especially if you weren't expecting that. Speaking of planes, we have an interesting situation out near Davenport last night. A pilot is recovering after a crop duster crash out in that area. We're going to pull up all the information we have on that for you so far. It was near Davenport again last night around 9:15 p.m. Officials say the crop duster had mechanical trouble. The pilot landed in a cornfield, but during the landing, the plane flipped onto its top. Officials say the pilot then walked to a farmstead on his own and was taken to a local hospital. Non-life-threatening injuries there, so thankfully it seems like everything's okay. The FAA is leading the investigation in this incident. Another interesting thing we saw this morning, this is video that got sent to us of a fire here in Fargo. A Fargo building was left without power after officials say a dumpster fire affected a nearby electrical box. Again, this is video that was sent to us of this scene. It was just before 1:30 this morning. Fire crews responding to the 1300 block of 34th Street South for reports of a dumpster fire. They say they found discarded furniture and garbage on fire when they arrived there. They say the fire affected a nearby electrical box, causing a neighborhood building to lose power. They also add that a fence nearby was damaged in this. The estimated cost of damages are unknown at this point. The cause of the fire currently under investigation. No injuries reported in this, thankfully, so we're going to keep you updated on that as they continue to investigate that as well. And speaking of things that we need to keep you up to date on, Fargo PD still looking for this guy, Tyreek Jones. He's the suspect in the deadly downtown shooting on Sunday morning. No updates on his location, whether or not he's been caught or where the search is. Again, we had asked in the press conferences if they had any kind of, officials weren't able to give much of a comment on where his whereabouts may be. So the search is still on for Tyreek Jones in connection to that Sunday morning shooting. And there's another search going on for something that happened on Sunday morning. Attempt to identify these two individuals. Again, we got this picture from Fargo police yesterday in their press conference where they announced that this assault had taken place around the same time as those shootings. It was a brutal assault. They said that the victim suffered a massive gash on his head and suffered life-threatening injuries there. Again, these are the two suspects that FPD is hoping to identify from this incident. Have not received word on any arrests made in connection to that assault. A Fargo man whose name may seem pretty familiar to some of you is in the news once again. We have his mugshot for you here. We'll go ahead and pull that up. A man who was just charged with a similar crime earlier this year, charged with punching a man in the face in downtown Fargo in an unprovoked attack. Court documents allege that Royal Rockefeller walked up to the victim walking on Broadway and punched him multiple times in the head. The victim was admitted to the hospital for his injuries, required surgery to fix multiple broken bones in his face, according to court documents. This incident happened back on August 4th. Rockefeller was arrested after police responded to his call the following day on August 5th. A review of the video footage from the assault confirmed to police that Rockefeller matched the description of that suspect. In fact, they say he was still wearing the same clothes from the previous incident. Rockefeller was arrested and is now charged with aggravated assault. Now, Rockefeller's the same man charged with terrorizing in a February 2025 incident. The terrorizing charge was dismissed in that case after he put in a guilty plea. That was on July 15th. That case was closed as a misdemeanor. You can read more information on this on our website right now, valleynewslive.com. Go ahead and get that mugshot down. There we go. Another update here on a situation out of the Twin Cities. Oh, we got to pull that up real fast. Sorry, I thought I had everything prepared here. This is live streaming, folks. This is how it works. Vance Belter back in court today, pleading not guilty to the charges he faces. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this video now, if I can get the technology to cooperate with me. Anyway, we got multiple mouses, multiple keyboards down here. It's tough to keep track of. Anyway, Vance Belter of Green Isle, Minnesota, indicted on July 15th on 6 counts of murder, stalking, and firearms violations. Murder charges could carry the federal death penalty, but prosecutors say that decision is several months away. The man, he's charged with killing the top Democrat in the Minnesota House and her husband and wounding a state senator and his wife as well. Pleaded not guilty today in federal court. One of Belter's attorneys entered the plea on Belter's behalf during today's arraignment. Belter was in the courtroom and wore an orange sweatshirt and yellow pants. He spoke briefly to affirm that he understood the charges and thanked the judge. Again, Vance Belter pleading not guilty for those 6 counts of murder, stalking, and firearms violations there. Situation a little bit closer to home now. A Moorhead teens stay at the Hennepin County Medical Center burn unit has been extended. We're going to go ahead and pull up a picture. This is from the Caring Bridge account for 19-year-old Aiden Bernard. He's not going to get to come home until the end of August or the beginning of September due to the dressing changes and monitoring after a skin graft surgery. Again, he was injured in a demolition derby vehicle fire. He was inside the car at the Becker County Fair. This happened in late July. He was life flighted to Hennepin County with severe burns. Family members say that his pain is constant, but seems to be a little bit more tolerable. They add that he's working on eating more, but it's challenging because of all the pain medication that he's on. We have all the information on this on our website right now, valleynewslive.com. We even have a link to the Caring Bridge account. If you want to help out that family, we have that option there for you. Again, that's on our website, valleynewslive.com. We are getting deeper into August, and you know what that means? It is football season, and it's time for our next group of pro Bison to make their way into the NFL. Now, we saw a veteran member of this fraternity of pro Bison earlier in this preseason, Trey Lance, playing for the LA Chargers now. I almost called them the San Diego Chargers, getting pumped up by Jim Harbaugh there. But again, we have a running list now of a litany of pro Bison that you can watch out for, including North Dakota State's most recent quarterback, Cam Miller, now a quarterback with the Vegas Raiders. I almost called them the Oakland Raiders. I'm a mess right now. They play the Seahawks on Thursday at 9 p.m. Speaking of the Seahawks, that's the team that now hosts Gray Zabel and, of course, Jalen Sundell from the previous year. So it's Cam Miller going head-to-head with Gray Zabel and Jalen Sundell. That is on Thursday, a 9 p.m. kickoff for that one. So be sure to plan accordingly with the caffeine for that one if you need to. More pro buys to be on the lookout for this preseason period. Cordell Volson still with the Bengals. Nick Kubitz, now a linebacker with the Falcons. Mason Miller, rookie tackle with the Lions. Easton Stick, now a member of the Atlanta Falcons. Chris Borda, linebacker on the Giants. Jake Kubitz, a guard still with the Giants. Hunter Lidke, a running back with the Cowboys. Eli Mostard, defensive tackle with the Jaguars. Cody Mauk, still a guard with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Christian Watson with the Packers, Zach Johnson, guard with the 49ers, Jaden Price, now a corner with my New Orleans Saints, and Dylan Ravens, a tackle with the New Orleans Saints. All of those guys set to be in action as the preseason period continues for the National Football League. So be sure to stay tuned. Keep eyes peeled for a large group of pro buys and now at this point. That's all we have for this afternoon's edition of the Valley News Now Digital Update. I'll check the Facebook feed one more time to make sure I didn't miss any questions or anything. Nope, we're good. All right, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you here in just a little bit. But for now, with Valley News Now, I'm Devin Fry.